I kind of want to talk about this before we close out the show.
My father asked me about this today. Actually, it kind of surprised me.
They're advertising this a lot. Like I'm seeing a lot of 281 advertisements.
Oh heck, dude! I'm 3 hours from New York, dude. Somebody give me a ticket.
Somebody buy Tim a ticket.
That's all. Everybody, put your money in. I'll match it, and then we'll get me. I'm probably gonna need about $600 at this point to get to the building.
And you can get this ESPN Plus pay-per-view as well. I wish I could
more money down the drain, man.
I wish I could find a link for or become a partner. I really do. I wish we could give people the link so we could make money off of people getting subscriptions and pay-per-views.
But I think an ultimate money goal would be just to get enough that I can pay for the pay-per-views. That'd be amazing.
Yes,
that's like $80 a month. So we're talking, it's like $1,000 a year.
Our Venmo is in the description if you ever want to help us pay for a pay-per-view. Thank you very much. All proceeds will go to Tim because I have an in.
B-dubs. What?
I have an in for $30 for.
I thought you stopped talking to your in.
This is a different in. He's a comedian who's an MMA fan.
Okay.
And I've worked out a deal with him. But this fight is going to be intriguing. This main event is going to be very intriguing. Israel Adesanya going into a different sport technically against the guy who
the other guy's going into a different sport.
Both guys. Well,
what are you talking about?
This is the first time they've fought each other in mixed martial arts.
Okay,
this is a totally different sport compared to when he lost in kickboxing. You can do a lot more. It's less limited. I'm still picking Alex Pereira to knock him out. I'm going to say third round is my guess. I could be wrong, but I think Alex is going to win this. I
have a pretty strong feeling that's going to be the complete opposite. I have a lot of faith in Izzy. I think Izzy's so pissed about people talking about this guy that he's going to beat the fuck out of this dude. Pereira's nasty. Really nasty. And actually, and when I said beating the fuck, maybe just beating him in a decision. He's a hard guy to beat. But also, you know what? I can absolutely see. I don't think it's going to be quite Ngannou versus Gane when all of a sudden you just see, oh, by the way, I'm better at the MMA part of this than you, so I'm going to wrestle fuck you. I don't see that happening, but I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, because he can do that. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he probably could, if he wanted to, take this dude down and smother him. And do it's an MMA fight. Fucking do it. But I feel like he won't do it just because people will say, oh, he had to do it. I'm like, no, you know what, though? And if he does that, I don't know if he will, but if he does do that, people talk shit, I will be right there for him, talking shit back. Because it's an MMA fight. You can fight MMA in an MMA fight. Don't be fucking talking about the way somebody fought it. It's MMA. You can use all your tools. But even if he doesn't, I feel like I have a feeling this is going to be the best we've seen Izzy ever. I have a feeling.
Could be, but Alex, I mean, he's one punch away from ending the fight. So,
but pissed about people
could he go 3-0 against Izzy? Is my question. I kind of want to see him go 3-0 against Izzy.
I have a pretty strong feeling that he's going to. I mean, he might not finish him, but it's going to be a one-sided decision.
Could be.
I see that happening.
Yeah, it could be. For sure. And I can see the decision honestly going Izzy's way more than anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's going to win he's going to win a decision, and it's not going to be real close.
I beg to differ. I think there's going to be some points where Pereira puts him in danger. I want Pereira to win this just because I want him to go 3-0 against Izzy. Nothing against Izzy, but a guy who just makes you his bitch every time he fights you is an interesting person to watch fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what Izzy's been doing to people.
Well, yeah.
Especially Jan, but Jan was bigger than him by 30 pounds. But that's a different.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah. The Blachowicz fight is different because it was a different weight class. All right, let's go to the Carla Esparza. We kind of talked about this fight.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster versus the Chinese Cyborg.
I really love quickly that when Weili won her last fight, they asked her about Esparza, and she said, I want to do it. I want to have a fight. But she said, Abu Dhabi, let's do it in a neutral location. Abu Dhabi. She said that right after her last fight. And they're like, cool, New York.
And she is gonna be in one of New Yorkers are some of the most American people ever. She's gonna get
that's a melting
pot out of the building.
Oh, it's possible.
She's gonna get booed out of the building.
I don't know if it's gonna be bad as Florida, but
it's gonna be probably worse than Florida, to be honest. Knowing people from New York the way I do, yeah, it's gonna be worse than Florida for fucking sure. Especially get guys from Long Island at the fucking show. There's going to be a lot of expletives being thrown towards Zhang Weili's what do you call it? Way, pun intended. But I got Zhang Weili winning this fight.
Yeah, me too. I don't think Carla has enough for her. I guess the only way she does it if she gets really aggressive, which I'm only saying this once, she gets really aggressive with her wrestling, but I don't really think it's going to be able to work either.
The striking of Weili is going to be on display if Carla tries to.
Well, listen, I hope this fight's better than the last championship fight in this weight class, which I don't think it could be much worse. So,
yeah, agreed. Let's go down to Dustin, the Cubic Zirconia. Fragile man Poirier taking on Bellator's own, the prodigal son, the man who left Bellator for greatness and going to be the number 2 in
every
the division.
Time he's fought. I mean, he hasn't won a lot of these big fights, but they're always good.
Yes.
So, I mean, he lost to Oliveira. He lost to Gaethje. They're good fights, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't like Dustin as a person. Respect him as a fighter.
We already talked about this, and I don't want to go through it again.
No, but I respect Dustin as a fighter, and that's why I said if it becomes a firefight, and I said this even in the chat of the MMA holds yesterday, if it becomes a firefight, it benefits Dustin. Without a doubt, if Chandler wants to play fucking, Mr. Striker and boxing and all that kind of stuff, he's going to get lit up by Dustin.
Who did he just knock the fuck out like that? Was it Ferguson? Who was he knocked out?
Hooker. He knocked out Dan Hooker.
No. More recently. The guy he knocked out with the kick in the face.
Oh, that was Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, that's Ferguson, yeah.
If he does that to Dustin Poirier, give him
I don't know exactly where this is coming from. What?
Just give Dustin the shot against Islam at that case. If he decidedly knocks Dustin out, which I don't think is going to happen, I think this is going to be sort of I don't know.
I think it's going to be one of those fights that's going to go 3 rounds and be like, oh, this would be cool if we had 2 more.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I kind of hope for that. I do want an exciting fight out of both guys. I respect Dustin as a fighter, but not as a person. Won't ever do it.
So you're not going to take some buy some Poirier hot sauce?
Nope, I'll never do anything associated with him, especially after the Conor shit.
One of these days, I'm going to get you to eat a burrito with Poirier hot sauce on it while you're wearing.
I'll puke in your face.
I will have a hat on.
I will stand by me level puke in your face if you did that to me. Fuck Dustin Poirier as a person. As a fighter, respect him. He's not like Khabib. I respect Dustin as a fighter. I do not respect Khabib as a fighter. I never will.
And all he did was beat everybody. Convincing.
I mean, with an inflated record, he's really only 7-0.
I'm not having this argument with you again because it's the silliest thing ever. It's like saying
no, and I admit my thing's very biased, but that's just because I'm a Conor fan. So
the sky isn't blue. Sky is purple. All right.
It is, and you should see the moon set. The moon set in my world is fantastic.
Backwards.
That's just because I'm awesome. Frankie Edgar versus Chris Gutierrez.
It'd be cool to see Frankie win this fight, but I don't think he will. That's all I got. Really.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't think Frankie's gonna win this. I think the last ride of the old cowboy is gonna end up with him fucking Alamoing himself and.
Can you scroll down, please, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, please. We got Dan Hooker versus Claudio Puelles or something like that.
You got a scary young dude and Puelles here. I mean, he had a good win against Levitt. That's the one I'm really looking at. That's how he beat Levitt. Hooker has had some losses, but he's going back to lightweight. He's fought his last fight at featherweight. I feel like he's still got some fight in him, but I'm picking the young guy. Mainly because I have him Tequila Quinces, but I'm picking the young dude. Well, it wouldn't be a bad thing to see Hooker bounce back.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Remind people he's still Dan Hooker.
Yeah, I would love a Dan Hooker moment out of this. So I'm gonna, just because you pick, it's your Tequila Quinces pick, I'm gonna pick against you, and I'm gonna pick Dan Hooker for this fight. Brad Riddle and Renato Moicano.
This is like a sleeper pick for fight of the night right here.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild. Renato Moicano is a creative ass striker. So is Brad Riddle, and this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, he had that. His last fight. He had the fight against RDA. That like a day in advance.
Moicano or Riddle?
Moicano.
Yeah.
And Riddle's nasty too. He has nasty hands. They both do. I don't know. I don't even have a pick. I have to look at the records and see what they did recently. I don't know. Maybe Moicano. Moicano looked untouchable until he fought RDA, but they're both good. I don't know who's going to win. I don't even have a look. It's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. So
it is.
I just feel like this could very possibly be the fight of the night, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's an amazing fight. I mean, Chandler Poirier is up there too, and the main event, but like this is one of them. As far as the prelims go, especially, this could absolutely be war.
Yeah, that's a popcorn fight. That's one of those where you bring your bucket and go, I'm gonna enjoy this for all it's worth, especially both guys. So, but Dominic Reyes was Ryan Spann, Superman. Ryan Spann versus the guy who lost to John Jones in the third round, Dominic Reyes.
What? He lost a decision. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, but people think
overall
he won
that third
first
round,
or that third round. Yeah, that third round is that
was a close one, dude. I actually think the last two fights John Jones had, he was not very convincing either time. So
no, and I will go with that, but I honestly think Jones won that third round against Reyes.
Apparently, he's the one. I wouldn't be surprised. He's the one holding up the Stipe fight, and now he's going to wait till Stipe's like 45 to do this fight.
Fucking
he should have did it a year ago.
Give Stipe a fucking unknown heavyweight in the UFC. Come on, Dana. Give him a fucking fight. I'm tired of waiting around.
Give him somebody. Give him a fight.
Yeah, give him Tai Tuivasa. Give him
Cyril Gane. Even I mean, it looks like the heavyweight championship's going to be vacated for a minute, so they need an interim or something.
Yeah.
So Gane and if not John Jones, Gane and Stipe would make sense.
Yeah, agreed. I believe.
Can't forget about Curtis Blades. You can't ask him to do anything more than he's been doing.
I have Dominic Reyes, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's one of my Tequila Quinces pick. Aaron Blanchfield versus Molly McCann. Who you got?
Blanchfield. Blanchfield's nasty. I like
Molly McCann's a 310 underdog right now.
Yeah, she hasn't. The thing is, she hasn't fought anybody like half as good as Aaron Blanchfield.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of the reasons. And she's fighting over here now. She's had the home crowds.
Meatball is going to have a bit of a fight on her hands, but I think Meatball is going to win this. I'm on the Molly McCann, Patty Pimblett fucking bandwagon.
Okay. Do you remember Aaron Blanchfield?
Sort of.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense because I feel like she's going to beat her ass, but we never know. We'll see.
You never know.
Let me look at Blanchfield real quick. So this is who I think it. Hello. Okay. Yeah, she's only had one loss, and it was a long time ago. I think. Hold on, internet.
If she beats Molly, I'm not.
Yeah, she hasn't lost in the UFC. She won her last fight by guillotine. She beat Miranda Maverick. She beat Alpha. Yeah, she's nasty.
Molly's different than Miranda. Molly's different than Miranda.
She's only 23.
Molly's great compared to Miranda Maverick.
Sure.
Andre Petrosky versus Wellington Turman. I believe that is another one of yours, or you?
No.
Who put him back? Wellington Truman or Turman?
You did.
Oh, okay. What do you think about this fight?
I don't know. My back hurts.
Truman's
Truman's been there forever and he's tough. I don't even remember the other guy that much. I could, if I looked him up, I'd remember him. But right now my back hurts. Ow, 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 ow.
All right, go down to the early prelims on UFC Fight Pass, UFCFightPass.com. Go to them. We got Matt Favola versus our fill-in.
Potato Smuggler.
Potato Smuggler. What do you got, thought process-wise?
I love how you always throw it to me when you don't know how anything to say.
Because you're Timmy the Greek here.
These guys are both bangers, and it should be really fun.
Okay.
I don't think Aslamir got cut, but he hasn't fought since he getting cut, so it's been a couple years since he fought. Matt Favola is fucking nasty. I hope Favola wins. I really hope he does. I like Favola, the steamroller, Matt Favola. I hope he beats his ass, but it's going to be close. Aslamir's really tough. So you know what? This is another sleeper for its matchup is another banger. Could be a fight of the night pick as well.
I'm kind of mad. Karolina Kowalkiewicz is on the early prelims.
She's good, isn't she? You know, I remember seeing Gomez Suarez pretty recently too. They're both good, but Kowalkiewicz is a nasty lady.
It's nasty. So I'm picking Kowalkiewicz already. All right, let's move down the roster a little bit. Michael Trizano.
Let me look up Sun Hu Choi. I got to remember who this guy. I know who this guy is.
We've seen him fight before. And he looks like to be the favorite on the UFC website at 155 at minus 155. Trizano is plus 135 underdog on this card.
Hold on. Like I said,
Choi's had a big win recently, I believe, right?
Like a year ago. He's lost his last two fights. He lost to Casares, and he lost to who's this guy? Joshua Cuibayo.
Bless you.
So, never been funny. Never. Even when the people who did it before you, never been funny. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this fight. I don't know. No one knows. Nobody knows.
How about Thomas? One of Thomas's picks, Montel Jackson and Julio.
This is one of the few American.
Jordan.
There's only a couple American versus American fights on this card. This is one of them. Poirier and Chandler's another one, but I don't know. Should be good. Olberg. Olberg is one of those guys. He's a city kick. There's a bunch of city kickboxing guys, right? Riddle and Izzy and Olberg. But those damn Romanians.
Damn.
How do we say this? Thomas, say this for us.
What's that?
This name starts with an N. So anytime it starts with an N, I throw it to you.
Oh, Nicolay. Oh, Nigga Mirauno.
I think he nailed it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Nuka Maruno.
Yeah, right. And we have reached the end of the UFC 281 card, and barring any weight misses,
what?
Barring any weight misses, this is your official card. Thomas, if you could take this down.
Tom Andre, they don't know who Tim is gonna pick this week.